Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're a salaried professional here in India, you know the feeling. You work hard for your money, and you want that money to start working hard for you. With 2025 just around the corner, there's really no better time to get a solid investment plan in place. So today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to build that plan, together, step by step.
Yes, the million rupee question. You see it everywhere, right? Everyone's searching for that one magic bullet investment, that one secret stock that's going to take off. But what if I told you the best way to invest isn't something you find, but something you build?
Exactly. Because the truly best investment, it isn't a hot tip. It's a strategy that's built around your life, your personal goals, how you feel about risk, and where you are financially. So let's forget all the generic advice for a bit. Today is all about finding a path that is 100% completely yours.
So, here's the roadmap for how we'll do it. First, we'll figure out your starting point as an investor. Then, we'll get into building a stable foundation. After that, we'll look at balancing risk and reward, fueling some long-term growth, and planning for the really long game, retirement. And finally, we'll pull it all together to craft your own personal map. Ready? Let's get into it.
Okay, every great building needs a rock-solid foundation, and your investment portfolio is no different. This first section is all about those low-risk, high-security options. Think of these as the bedrock, designed to protect your hard-earned cash while still giving you some steady, reliable growth.
First up, we've got the Public Provident Fund, or PPF. This is a classic for a reason. You know, being backed by the government makes it about as safe as it gets. But the real magic of the PPF is its tax treatment. Get this, the money you put in can be deducted from your taxes. The interest you earn is totally tax-free, and when you take it all out at the end, also tax-free. It's an incredibly powerful tool for long-term goals.
And next, of course, are the ones we all know: bank fixed deposits and recurring deposits, FDs and RDs. Their biggest superpower is their stability and something called liquidity, which in simple terms just means you can get your hands on your money pretty easily when you need it. So if you're saving for something that's just a few years away, like a down payment on a car or a big trip, these are a wonderfully simple and reliable way to go.
So, to wrap this section up, who are these foundational investments really for? Well, they're perfect for anyone who puts safety first. If you'd call yourself a conservative investor, if you have goals coming up pretty soon, or if you just want a part of your money shielded from the stock market's ups and downs, this is your safe harbor. All right, foundation is set. Now it's time to add a bit of an engine to our vehicle. We're moving into investments that strike more of a balance, taking on a little more risk for the chance at some higher returns. This is where we start to pick up some speed.
And this is where balanced or hybrid mutual funds come into play. Just think of them as a perfectly mixed drink. You get a bit of the growth potential from stocks, blended with the stability of things like bonds. The idea is to beat the returns you get from an FD, but without the full roller coaster ride of being 100% in the stock market. This makes them a fantastic fit for goals that are, say, 3 to 7 years out.
So, if you're someone who's ready to dip a toe in the market, but maybe not quite ready to dive in head first, this is for you. You want your money to grow faster, but you also want a bit of a safety net. These balanced funds are designed to give you exactly that middle ground, some real growth with a cushion of protection.
Okay, the foundation is solid. The growth engine is humming along. Now, let's talk about the fast lane. This is the part of your portfolio that's all about serious, long-term wealth creation. And to get there, we have to be willing to embrace some calculated risk for the highest potential reward.
First up in the fast lane, equity mutual funds. Now here's the most important thing to know. Over the long haul, historically, nothing has delivered higher returns than the stock market. But, and this is a big but, you have to be okay with the ups and downs. That's the volatility. Think of it like waves in the ocean. If your goals are 5, 10, or more years away, you have plenty of time to ride out those waves, making these funds an incredibly powerful engine for creating wealth.
And then there's direct equity, actually buying shares of individual companies. This puts you right in the driver's seat. The potential for returns here can be massive, but guess what? So is the risk. This path absolutely requires you to do your own homework and really understand the businesses you're investing in. It's not for everyone, but for a knowledgeable investor with a long-term view, the rewards can be huge.
This really breaks it down nicely. Let's put them side by side. With a mutual fund, you're basically hiring a professional to manage a diversified basket of stocks for you. With direct stocks, you are the manager. It's way more hands-on, the risk is more concentrated, but the trade-off is the potential for those much higher returns.
So who should really be driving in this fast lane? Well, it's generally for people who have time on their side. Think younger professionals, people with a stable income who can afford to see the market go up and down without panicking. If your biggest financial goals are way out on the horizon, then you've got the runway to let this part of your portfolio really fly.
All this planning, building a foundation, finding balance, aiming for high growth, it's all leading somewhere. And for most of us, the biggest long-term destination we're aiming for is a comfortable, secure retirement.
Let's talk about the National Pension System, or NPS. This tool was built for one thing and one thing only: building your retirement fund. It gives you that market-linked growth we just talked about, but it also comes with some serious tax perks, including an extra deduction you can get on top of the usual 80C limit. For any salaried person, this is something you absolutely have to look into. Now, a number like this, it might look huge, even impossible, but what it really shows is the incredible, almost magical power of compounding your money over a long career. By being disciplined and consistently investing in something like the NPS, a huge retirement fund isn't just a fantasy, it's a completely achievable goal. It all comes down to starting early and staying the course. Okay, we've looked at all the different roads and highways on your investment journey. Now it's time to pull out a blank sheet and draw your own personal map. And the master strategy, the secret sauce that holds it all together, is one simple word: diversification.
You see, a truly great portfolio isn't about picking one winning stock. It's about building a team. You've got your low-risk investments playing defense, keeping things stable. You've got your balanced funds in the midfield, moving the ball forward. And you've got your high-growth equities as your strikers, trying to score big. The beauty is, they don't all move in the same direction at once, and that's what protects you. The right mix for your team? That depends entirely on you.
So how do you actually start? It really comes down to these 4 steps. First, define what you're saving for and when you'll need the money. Second, be honest with yourself about your risk appetite. How would a big market drop make you feel? Third, pick the tools from our list that fit your goals and your comfort level. And finally, the golden rule of investing: diversify. Never, ever put all your eggs in one basket. So there it is. We've laid out the map from the slow, scenic routes to the high-speed expressways. Your journey to financial well-being is deeply personal, but the single most important step you can ever take is the first one. So my question to you is, what will yours be? Whatever it is, take that step today.